What's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland. Looks like this fight is gonna go down. Let's get into this one. All right, starting with Alex Pereira, 34 years old, 6'4", 80-inch reach, mixed martial arts record, 5 wins, 1 loss, 4 wins via KO TKO. He is new to the game of mixed martial arts, but not combat sports. Extensive kickboxing background, 33 wins, 7 losses, 21 wins via KO TKO, and he even has 1 professional boxing fight, and he won that match via knockout. Alex trains out of Bethel, Connecticut, with Glover Teixeira, working on his ground game and his other skills for mixed martial arts. Elite striker, very, very good on the feet, super sharp. Some of his accolades in kickboxing: he's the former Glory middleweight and light heavyweight double champ. Alex Pereira, of course, knocked out Israel Adesanya back in 2017 in kickboxing. Quickly diving into his skills: very long, knows how to use his length and reach. Some tall fighters with long reach don't know how to use their length. Alex does. Likes to probe, find openings with his jab, teep kicks, front kicks to the body. He has very effective knees in the clinch. He sneaks them in there so fast, quick shots to your torso. Because his legs are so long, knees to the midsection are so easily achieved and accessible for him, as well as knees to the head. Great left hook counters. He will slide out, dodge a shot, and that left hook is there for him usually. His defense is really good. He frames his arms out to catch shots, very similar to John Jones and Adesanya. Punches get deflected off his hands and arms. Tough getting under and through those long arms. Great defensive tactic. He has awesome lateral movement, great sense of distance on what can connect and reach him. He slides in and out of range really well. Pereira also rips to the body, left and right hooks. Beautiful to see. Sometimes underutilized in MMA, but with his striking background, it's no surprise that he mixes things up and digs to the body. Another thing about Alex Pereira, very calm and composed in a striking realm, as he is an elite at it. Sean Strickland, maniac, 31 years old, 6'1", 76-inch reach, mixed martial arts record, 25 wins, 3 losses, 10 wins via KO TKO, 4 submission wins. He's only been knocked out once. Mr. Strickland has a brown belt in BJJ. Slick boxing, really like Strickland's boxing. His jab is phenomenal, and he uses it so well. Constantly throwing jabs at you, probing, doing damage, giving you something to think about. His follow-up right hand over the top is very smooth and quick. Tricky. He just sneaks that thing in. Likes to apply pressure, walk guys down. He has good defense, uses his lead left shoulder to deflect shots, similar to like a Philly shell style defense. Strickland has good head movement. He takes power away from strikes by rolling with them, or he simply slips them. Going back to his jab real quick, love the way he throws it from his chest or even from the hip. Very diverse, tricky jab without a whole lot of telegraph. Uriah Hall had a bunch of problems with that jab. Just straight out, especially when it's chest level. Strickland has good dirty boxing. If he gets in tight with you, he'll do what Gaethje does, grab the back of your head and slam uppercuts into your chin. Strickland has a solid ground game. The guy's pretty damn well rounded. His biggest weapons to me are his pressure, the steady pace he puts on, and that jab. Death by 1,000 paper cuts with Sean Strickland, very methodical. Alright guys, the matchup. How could this one possibly play out in that cage? Of course, all just my opinions. Gotta say straight away, of course, Sean Strickland, the more seasoned, experienced veteran in MMA. Not combat sports, mixed martial arts. But that's important, there's a distinction. Even though Alex Pereira is not a noob to fighting, he's an elite striker. He's very new to mixed martial arts. Experience is a big deal. I think Sean Strickland is definitely the more well-rounded fighter. I think his ground game is leaps and bounds above Pereira's. I know Alex is working with Glover Teixeira, and that is amazing, but I don't think he's there yet. As far as the stand-up battle, If it was a straight kickboxing match, I mean, you probably would have to lean towards Alex Pereira in a big way. But this isn't kickboxing, it's mixed martial arts. So many things are different. You can't really open up in striking in mixed martial arts if you don't have a solid ground game or solid wrestling, because you're going to get taken down. And if you get taken down without those skills, you are going to get brutalized. Simple as that. Now, Sean Strickland is a more well-rounded fighter. He has more skills in total everywhere compared to Alex Pereira, including the ground game. Strickland has an underrated ground game to me. Alex Pereira does not want to be taken down. He's shown some decent takedown defense though. Pretty impressive. He's really long and tall. When he frames on you, it's hard to get a hold of his hips. He's learning, definitely coming along. But he's going to have to worry about that takedown. That's going to be in his head. It kind of seemed like in many ways Pereira in mixed martial arts is having issues with a guy being really aggressive in his last fight, pushing the pace coming forward. That's Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland is not going to stop coming forward. Now, if you compare Alex Pereira with another dynamic, talented striker in Uriah Hall, we saw what Sean Strickland did with Uriah Hall. Kept it simple, kept it basic, jabs, 1-2s, occasional low kicks, mixed in some dirty boxing, forward pressure. I can see that style and strategy working well against Alex Pereira. Of course, I think Alex is the more talented striker, no doubt. But this is a whole different game. This is not Muay Thai, this is not kickboxing. And he's still very green in mixed martial arts. I personally think that Strickland's going to walk him down and bully him. I think his jab's going to be super effective. I think the pressure's going to be effective. If they get into a clinch situation, Strickland's a pretty strong dude. So is Alex though. Looks like he has that wiry strength like Adesanya. But in the clinch, I think Strickland could do work, especially with the dirty boxing and those uppercuts. He has to watch out for Alex's knees. Alex got good elbows in the clinch. I do think Strickland's going to do well in the clinch though. And part of that is because he's going to have his hands on Alex. Not only does Pereira have to worry about the strikes and dirty boxing, but he also has to worry if Strickland tries to take him down. So there's a few things going on there. Path to victory for Alex Pereira. Don't get cornered against that cage. Try to keep it in the center of the octagon. Mix things up, throw low kicks. Uriah Hall, if I recall, had success with those low kicks. Strickland was eating them, but you can't do that all night. Fortunately for Alex, he knows how to use his reach and range. If he's able to circle, use a lot of lateral movements, he can get out of the way of that jab, counter, pick Strickland apart. Strickland has more ways to win. Strickland could win the striking exchanges with the right strategy, and definitely he could win the ground battle. I think in a more dominant fashion on the mat. But if I was Strickland, I would apply that pressure, I would cut Alex off, I would get him past that danger zone. Don't stay at the end of Alex's punches and kicks, not on the outside. He has to get him past that red zone. And if he does that, he's going to have success. He has that overhand. Just pump that jab in Alex's face, hurt him against the cage. There, maybe you could work a takedown. And if that doesn't work, follow the same strategy. Pressure, pressure, walk forward, get in and under those shots. Strickland has the experience. Alex might wilt under the pressure. And I could see Sean Strickland via decision. I don't think he would stop Alex Pereira with strikes. Submission, sure. Ground and pound, sure. But Alex is tough. I think if anything, Sean Strickland via decision. Yeah guys, I don't know what else to say about this fight. That's going to wrap up this quick breakdown. You guys let me know in the comment section. Are you excited for this one? Who takes it and why? Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you enjoyed it, first time at the channel, hit that sub button, like and share. Thanks so much guys, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Until then, take care.